And welcome back to Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes here on CW11. We just got done with the Vintage Modifieds. Now we're rolling into the BECU Mini Stocks, and they have put on some great shows this year.
They certainly have. It's been one of my favorite divisions, and I think mainly just because there's so much competition towards the top. You know, Lane Sunholm, Colton Price have been excellent this year. Cole Reardon, Jimmy Absher, Nat Barber. You know, it's just been so much fun to watch that competition at the top of the pack.
Yeah, it's a ton of great cars, and this segment is brought to you by Angel of the Winds Resort Casino.
Celebrate 100% smoke-free gaming at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Whether a birthday, gender reveal, excursions with friends, Strikers Bowling, or all things sports, Angel of the Winds Casino Resort offers incredible packages with exciting extras. Book your party package today by visiting angelofthewinds.com.
And we got the mini stocks out on track right now. Let's get you the starting lineup on the front row. We got the 10 of Cameron Iverson, sponsored by McConey Setup Shop, and to his outside, the 26 of Jimmy Absher.
Brought to you by Puget Sound Auto Repair in Port Orchard, the 29 of Dylan Bewald. And Racers Against Child Abuse sponsored the 97 of Nat Barber.
We got the 4 of Cole Reardon, sponsored by Above and Beyond Design and Construction. The 18 of Lane Sunholm, sponsored by Foss Motorsports, is outside. Then we got the 521 of Mike Jensen, sponsored by Liuna Local 292. And his outside, the 14 of Colton Price. As the green flag is in the air, we'll get the rest of the starting lineup here in a second, as Cameron Iverson got a great jump on the field. Then it looks like it's Dylan Bewald in his new car, and the yellow flag is back out. They must not like that start at all, so we'll get back to that. The rest of that lineup, we had the 20 of Jason Wilson. It is outside, the 13 of Doug Hines, sponsored by Roller Associates.
Brought to you by Warpig Smokehouse Food Truck and Catering out of Arlington. It's the 25 of Riley Daughtry. Brought to you by J2 Racing and John Haynes, the 7 of Cassidy Sunholm.
And in the final row, we got the 12 of Gavin Ballou, sponsored by J2 Racing, and then the 00 Steve Potasic. So let's see if they can get the start again. I think maybe Cameron Iverson got a little excited there in the 10 car and jumped a little bit early on Jimmy Absher, so we're going to give him another try at this. A warning issued to the 10 car, so if he jumps again, he'll be sent to the back of the pack, which would be a tough start to a long, hot day for Cameron Iverson.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to watch. Row 3 and row 4, you see Cole Reardon, you see Lane Sunholm, you see Colton Price, Nat Barber's in the outside of the second row. And with that restart, I know it wasn't good, but you saw Nat Barber, how quickly he moved to the inside and was going to the inside of Jimmy Absher and trying to catch up with the 10 of Cameron Iverson. But, you know, Cameron, like you said, maybe didn't like that start there for the 10 car, so let's see if they can do it better this time around.
Yeah, another driver there on the inside of row number 4, Mike Jensen, that Liuna Local 292 car. He's been fast this past few weeks, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the podium at all, as he's shown a ton of great speed in that great-looking mini stock. But the green flag is back out. Jason Wilson not going on the back of the pack. That's going to allow the top 4 rows to check away, as Cameron Iverson again gets a pretty good jump into the corner. Dylan Bewald, Jimmy Absher side-by-side for second.
Yeah, look at that side-by-side as you see Cole Reardon in the 4 moving to the inside. They're 3 wide right now, with Cole Reardon on the low side, Jimmy Absher on the high side as they come out of turn number 4, and it looks like it's going to be Cole Reardon trying to take that advantage there as they come across the start-finish line with 29 laps to go, and now you do see Cole Reardon in the 4 car coming out of turn number 2, right behind the 10 of Cameron Iverson.
Yeah, great move there by Cole Reardon in the 4 to make it 3 wide into turn number 3, and he's trying to go to the front in a hurry, as we see Nat Barber there occupying the 3rd spot, and Dylan Bewald in that new car of his. I talked to him. He said the first week out last race, he was just trying to feel out the car. You wanted to get home in one piece, then start making adjustments from there as he hangs the tire off and down the back straightaway in that red 29. And sideways goes Mike Jensen off the bumper of Lane Sunholm. What a save from the 5-2-1 as they keep it going. That happened right in front of Dylan Bewald as I was talking about him. Everyone able to keep the wheels under him for now.
Really interesting, too, to see the 26 of Jimmy Absher starting in the front row on the outside now all the way back into 8th. So being passed by some of those people that we talked about, some of those racers. And now you see Cole Reardon going to the inside of Cameron Iverson, going to be able to take over first place spot that time by. Nat Barber in the 97 also going to the inside. So once again, we see another car that's caught to that outside lane, and you see the 4 and the 97 able to pass by Cam Iverson in the 10.
Yeah, I think that might have happened to Jimmy Absher. You mentioned he got stuck on the outside of that 3 wide and shuffled back in a hurry, and that can happen in this mini stock with so many competitive cars. If you blink or just one little misstep, then you go backwards. As now Lane Sunholm putting a move on Cameron Iverson. It looks like he got a little bit loose in the corner. Now Lane Sunholm in that dangerous number 18 car up to 3rd place, but it's all Cole Reardon and Nat Barber in the orange and black cars up front.
And here you see coming right behind is the 14 of Colton Price, as you're going to see right at the bottom of your screen now, and the 521 of Mike Jensen as they come out of turn number 2. But look at the 97 of Nat Barber trying to chase down Cole Reardon in the 4 as they come into turn number 3. But as you said, Kyler, Lane Sunholm has been so dangerous, especially the last few weeks out here at Evergreen Speedway, and the 18 car is definitely not disappointed right now in 3rd.
Yeah, he closed that gap in a hurry, hitting those marks through the corner and getting back to the throttle. Lane Sunholm looks to be unstoppable right now as he is closing that gap in such a big hurry. That pink 18 car. Wow, that's just some great driving there by Lane Sunholm. We're going to check back to Cameron Iverson trying to get around Colton Price, but Colton Price in that 14 looks like he's just going to check out.
Yeah, Colton Price has had such a great season. We've seen him on the podium so many times this year. So you see him go down the backstretch into turn number 3. Mike Jensen right behind the 10 of Cameron Iverson as they come out of turn number 4. Back up to our leaders again here, Cole Reardon, and look at that, the 18 of Lane Sunholm trying to work to the inside of Nat Barber in the 97, unable to do so this time by as they go down the backstretch. But look at this, Lane Sunholm going to try and go wide in turn number 3. Nat Barber is going to try and close that door as they come out of turn number 4 and head down the front stretch. Yeah,
if I was Cole Reardon, I'd be pretty nervous, not because of what's behind me, but because of those 3 lap cars in front of me that are battling. But right as I say that, here goes Nat Barber, no assistance needed to try to get around the 4 of Cole Reardon, and Lane Sunholm's going to try to follow right on through.
Yeah, he does that same thing that we've seen so far tonight as getting to that outside lane is the 4 of Cole Reardon. Nat Barber takes it, and look at Lane Sunholm. Followed the 97 of Nat Barber and now takes the inside out of turn number 2 heading down the backstretch. You're going to see Nat Barber have to tuck in behind because of some lap traffic as they come into turn number 3.
Yeah, that is a very tight pack. Let's see what the leaders are able to do. Looks like the 25, Riley Daughtry, just going to kind of take the outside and be courteous to the leaders, let them race. But that was awfully hairy for a second as we had a side-by-side battle right in front of your leaders. But they're able to make it through cleanly. 18 laps to go, coming up on 17 for Lane Sunholm, as he is the new leader over Nat Barber and Cole Reardon hanging tough in that 3rd spot.
And it might be kind of silly to say, but this is where Lane Sunholm in the 18 does so well. He gets out in front. He doesn't have anybody that he has to pass, and then he starts to separate himself from the rest of the pack. So let's see if the 97 of Nat Barber, Cole Reardon, we see Colton Price and Fort just coming into your screen now, coming out of turn number 4. But Lane Sunholm has been so darn good lately. As soon as he gets out in front, he just starts to separate himself from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that 18 car does really like fresh air, and I think, like you said, once he able to get that fresh air, he'll just check out and say see you later to the rest of the field. As we come up on halfway to go this time by, Jason Wilson goes across your screen, going to be the next lap car that Lane Sunholm has to deal with. Is on long runs like this on a hot day, one little hiccup from a lap car or maybe just getting a little bit fatigued on your leaders could end the day with a caution, as we'll see what Lane Sunholm is able to do with this lap traffic coming up in front of him.
Really exciting battle now for 3rd as you see Colton Price and the 14 now no longer in your screen here, but look at that battle right there. Cole Reardon is trying to hold off the 14 as they come out of turn number 2, head down the backstretch. You see Colton Price trying to go wide there as they come down the backstretch into turn number 3 and continuing to stay wide as they're going to try and get side by side coming out of turn number 4, but great race there by the 14 of Colton Price taking the outside lane of Cole Reardon.
And Colton Price trying to make it work, almost has enough momentum built up around the outside to get there. Cole Reardon has shown a ton of great speed this year, got a couple wins earlier in the year. So we'll see if Colton Price is able to put the right moves on him and get around him. Last time out, Colton Price ended up on the podium, and he said in his interview that the engine was running a little hot, didn't know what was going on with it. So on a really hot day like this, you got to be worried for that motor underneath the 14 car, especially coming up on almost a 20-lap run. You never know what could be going on underneath the hood as he's able to complete the pass on Cole Reardon. The 14 car, he does look strong.
Definitely does. And, at the very beginning of the season, I almost thought it was his division to kind of run away with it. Colton Price, he won multiple times at the beginning of the season, like you said, Kyler. And, these last couple of weeks, it seems like Lane Sunholm has really caught fire and has been able to be in front of the pack as we turn it back to the 18 car out there in front, still in front of the 97 of Nat Barber. And you see Nat trying to pass by Jimmy Absher. It's a lap car, so not fighting for that 3rd position. But look at that lead now that the 18 of Lane Sunholm has in front of Nat Barber. Pretty impressive.
As Cole Reardon pulling off the track, he was in 4th place. We just watched him battle with Colton Price, so issues underneath the 4 car, maybe some overheating issues, like we said, could happen with Colton. So if something wrong underneath the hood, possibly of that 4 car, tough break for Cole Reardon. It's going to lose quite a lot of points for him as he is off to a good run.
Yeah, not exactly sure how big the lead is here for the 18 of Lane Sunholm, but it's at least about 2 turns at this point, as you saw coming down to the front stretch, and you saw Nat Barber just down into turn number 3. And heading down the backstretch now, the 18 car, we just see that substantial lead continuing on as we have just about 7 laps remaining in this BECU mini stock division race.
Yeah, and probably the things that are going through Lane's head right now as the leader is don't have anything go wrong, don't see those yellow lights come on, does not want to caution, and every little bump or every little rattle he might be feeling or hearing in the car, he's probably all paranoid about that stuff, not wanting anything to go wrong. So he's just hoping that these last 6 laps now will go by really quick, as you see a little bit of shade going on the front straightaway. I bet that feels good for those drivers, not being in the sun.
Yeah, it's definitely was a tough day, and you saw, especially talking to them after the race was over, seeing how exhausted everybody was from the heat. But Lane Sunholm almost acting like it's 55 degrees outside, just cruising through this course right now in the 18 cars. You see come across the start-finish line now, 5 laps remaining. Yeah,
putting Riley Daughtry another lap down on that 25 car. He's just got to stay clean for another 4.5 laps now, that 18 of Lane Sunholm. Closing in on Dylan Bewald, so catching the faster of the lap traffic now, as Dylan Bewald and that new 29 car is trying to get things figured out there. I'm sure we'll see him battling for the lead here at some point once they get that new car figured out. But it's been all Lane Sunholm on this Mark Galloway 100 shootout weekend, and it was a hot one. And it seems like the heat doesn't really affect Lane Sunholm.
No, he's cool as the other side of the pillow, as they say, I guess. But the 18 doing awful well there. The 97 of Nat Barber and the 14 of Colton Price still back there in 2nd and 3rd place. We haven't seen a lot of Colton Price or Nat Barber's. We've been focusing on Lane Sunholm and this incredible lead that he has, but Nat Barber is still maintaining that good distance in front of the 14 of Colton Price, as they're now going to have 2 laps remaining.
Yep, just 2 laps to go for Lane Sunholm, and he's really just hoping to get around one more time to see that white flag, because after that the next flag will end at caution or checkered. So Lane Sunholm just needs another half lap caution free, and we'll see if he'll get it here. Checking out on Dylan Bewald, that's behind on the lap car, and there's Nat Barber just now going through the apex of 3 and 4. White flag is out for Lane Sunholm.
All right, now coming out of turn number 2, heading down the backstretch, all clear for the 18 Lane Sunholm as we head down the backstretch and come into turn number 3. What a great lead and what a great race tonight for the 18 of Lane Sunholm as we come out of turn number 4 and come across the start-finish line for the checkered flag. It's going to be the 18 of Lane Sunholm. Then we're going to see the 97 of Nat Barber, and there finally the 14 of Colton Price as we head down to the Angel of the Winds winner circle.
That was just so impressive watching you do that. And I kept trying to think, I need a real solid question to ask him, but have you ever had a car this good?
No. The Kesslers, Foss Motorsports, Grandpa, they worked really hard on the car this week. I didn't even go over there. I came over on Friday, set it up like a lazy driver. But the car was really good. It was a little tight in the beginning, and it started to come around, and then the heat started to get to me. So it's pretty bad.
It was pretty awesome. And we'll get you off here. Who are we thanking?
J&R Truck Rentals, Lang Auto, Court Games, and the Kesslers every time. It's their car.
All right, rest in peace, Stuart Scott. Nat Barber, how are you, buddy?
Oh, hot.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I think this is one of the top 1 or 2 or 3 hottest days I've ever raced in anywhere in any state. Yeah, it's pretty. But hey, we're here. We did it. I finally got a good finish. I've been battling getting finishes, so I'll take it. All
right, and real quick before we let you go, talk about the names on the car.
Racers Against Child Abuse, my wife Amy, Ben, all the guys at FTG, Jamie at Black Bag Motors. Everyone that supports us with Racers Against Child Abuse, and if you don't, look us up on racersagainstchildabuse.com or on Facebook.
You look like you're ready to just go home.
Well, after last week's heating issues, we decided to put a new radiator in it and try it out, and I just got underneath the car, and the tanks are coming off the radiator. So I had 260-degree water blowing back on me about halfway through the race till the end, so I'm a little overheated, but I did what I had to salvage a podium and, keep this dream alive.
Yeah, pretty impressive run. We'll let you get off here in just a second. Tell us who to thank.
I got to thank my girlfriend. I got to thank Mr. Nat Barber and Amy Barber for putting me in the car again. Rock Solid Trucking, Black Bag Motors, Racers Against Child Abuse, and just everybody that makes it possible. It's really not doable without everybody that helps out, and I can't thank them enough. And thank you guys for coming out and sitting out the heat. It's awesome having fans back in the stands.